How many of you guys love living in the country we live in, despite some of the current political situations going on? I'm pretty sure most of you are raising your hands right now. I mean, isn't it pretty great that we can be at peace in our own homes knowing that there are military personnel out there fighting on our behalf for our rights and for our freedom? And also with our technological advances, isn't it great that we get to send out instant messages as opposed to letters? You might not know this, but most of our technological and military advancements only came here in the United States due to our allegiance with Israel. Our allegiance to Israel is incredibly beneficial to the US. In the next few minutes, I will be listing why it is important for us to continue to support Israel, not only for our well-being and advancement, but also as a sign of loyalty to a country that has been a friend and a helper for many years. Now, there are many people who think it's a bad idea to support Israel. I picked three of the most important ones that I found that float the internet the most. One of them being that people think that the US gives Israel too much money. Another one being that the United Nations said that Israel is a violator of women's rights. And three, Israel is known as being somewhat of a bully, for lack of a better word, to Palestine. Now, regarding the whole we give Israel too much money thing, there is some truth to that. However, I think everyone pretty much knows that the United States gives money to a lot of people, a lot of organizations, countries, and groups, including Hamas, which is actually a terror group. Now, the difference with Israel is that we actually get something back from Israel. Israel's not just like a charity case. Like, we give them money, but we're an ally, so they give us stuff back. One of these things being is our sharing in intelligence against terrorism. According to the Missile Defense Advocacy Alliance, Israel, together with the U.S., developed what is known as David's Sling counter rocket, which is a multi-layered missile defense system. Among others, Israel's research has also pioneered other military advancements, such as aerial drones, land robots, cyber weapons, and other electric warfare systems. Other things we have accomplished thanks to our alliance with Israel is technological advances, such as instant messages and secure financial transactions, such as PayPal, which you use online to pay for stuff. In fact, in 2006, Bill Gates stated that the innovation going on in Israel right now is incredibly critical to the future of technology business here in the US. High-end firms in Israel have actually opted to pursue US companies as partners for joint production and marketing opportunities. Guys, this has created tens of thousands of jobs for us Americans here. What other country that we've given money to has actually done that for us? That's bettering our economy and bettering the lives of our fellow Americans. Now, regarding the UN's accusation of Israel being a women's rights violator, an interview featuring Jasmine Esselin by Barlin University states that Israel holds itself high standard regarding its female citizens, meaning that you can see women in Israel wearing whatever, wearing hijabs if they want to, or wearing belly shirts if they want to. They don't have to follow a certain code. Also, Israel is the only country in the Middle East that is a democracy, just like the United States, meaning that people get to vote for who they want in office, they get to vote for who they want running their country, as opposed to other Middle Eastern countries where it's like, hey guys, I'm the president, if you don't like it, you could either leave or we'll just kill you. Whichever comes first. Doesn't matter. Israel's not like that. It is a complete and total democracy. Also, Israel actually gave women the right to vote in 1948, the exact same year that they gained their independence back. The United States didn't even do that. We got our independence, and years later, women still had to fight for the right to vote. Israel didn't do that. They give them the right away. Now, regarding the whole Israel is a bully to Palestine, as bad as this sounds, according to history, Palestine was never actually a country. According to the Israel Science and Technology webpage, it is stated that the Jewish they owned Israel for more than 2,000 years. And then they were conquered by the Ottoman Empire, and then the Turkish and the English. And then finally, the Jews got their land back, Israel, in 1948. Notice I said that they got their land back, not for the first time. Now, whenever they got this land back, they received it because the United Nations decided that the Jewish had nowhere else to go after the Holocaust. So they split the land between the Palestinians, which were never an actual government. They were just a group of Arabs from places like Syria or Turkey, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, places like that. So then they settled, the land is split between the two, and the whole warfare has been that Palestine wants the West Bank, which Israel actually tried giving to them. a few years ago, they offered to give Palestine 90% of the land. 90%. Said, hey, let's finally have peace. You want the land? We'll give you 90%. We'll just keep 10%. Palestine still said no. It's not a whole, hey, let's be fair and let's both share the land. It was more so, we don't want a Jewish state. We want to do away with the Jewish people. Sounds like another Holocaust. Anyway, so they said no, and that has been the whole fighting back and forth. It's not that Israel is a bully, it's that they get attacked by Hamas, which is a terrorist group in Palestine, by the Palestinians themselves, by Jordan, by Syria, by the Turkish, by Saudi Arabia. They're merely fighting back. They're not really being bullies. Our allegiance to Israel is completely important to them to stay a country because there could potentially be no more Israel. It is also important because they have helped us out so much regarding military and technology. We really wouldn't be exactly where we are right now as a country if it wasn't for our alliance with them. Having said all that, it is important that you and I as Americans, having all the privileges that we have nowadays, it is vital that we continue to support Israel.